Stacia, there's a lot of people out there who have a warranty on their home, and then something breaks, and they say, "Oh, I can fix that," right?
Why do you say they're horrible people?
Yes, well.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Tell us about your feelings.
Alphabetized or by
Exactly.
level of annoyance for me? No.
No.
So I think the biggest thing is, yes, you can DIY certain things in your home, and
Right.
it's going to be less expensive than calling a licensed contractor.
Right.
But the key to that is that your licensed contractor has a license to do it.
Yeah.
Is insured if something goes wrong. They have an overhead cost for their employees, and that's going to contribute to a higher cost on a
Right.
repair.
Yep.
But you have somebody to go back on if it gets messed up.
Yeah.
And
And they figure out some way to say it's not their fault, and it's still my problem.
Right.
but especially like permit pulling.
Yeah.
So for a home warranty, if let's say, and I
You know,
had
it's
this
my land.
experience,
I don't need permits to do
right?
things on my land.
Exactly.
All
Right.
Sorry, go
So
ahead.
you talk to the city about that. Because we hire licensed, insured service providers to come out and do the repairs. They have to comply with whatever city, state, local guidelines are.
Right.
And so, for an example, I had somebody that closed last spring, and they moved in and their water heater wasn't working right away.
Okay.
And so we turned around and dispatched someone to go out there, and the water heater was there. But when they went to
That's good news.
They had one. Okay,
They
that's
had
good.
one. Well, which is also that's a good point to say. We don't warranty or repair what doesn't exist, and I've had that in many occasions where
Wow.
like there's 7 inches of plumbing that's missing underneath a sink, and they call in to say that there's a leak under their sink, and then there's no plumbing there.
Well, that's fine.
There's no pipes
you
there. There's a big
saying-
leak.
If my water heater breaks and starts to leak, and I remove the water heater, I've just messed up my warranty.
You
claim?
have, because we don't have the ability to diagnose it.
Yeah, we don't know why you
You know,
removed
did
it.
your neighbor kick it?
It's
did
clearly
your,
not heating my water.
What's some measure of abuse as opposed to normal wear and tear?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So they went to, they hadn't replaced the breaker, so it was a bigger system. It needed a heavier breaker, and
Okay.
it kept chipping the breaker. And when they went to go replace it, because that's something that we would do,
Right.
they found that the one that was installed, the permit hadn't ever been pulled or signed off on.
Oh my.
And we require them to work when things are in safe, working, legal order. And
Yeah.
so our job stops until somebody can pull a permit and get that signed off on.
Right.
Because it just doesn't comply with what we require and what their company requires and what the city requires.
Yeah, and I can't tell you the number of times I've heard somebody, I don't need a permit for the hot water heater. I'm just going to go ahead and switch it out. But yeah, now you're exposed.
Right.
Now you're exposed in a way you don't want to be exposed. Yeah.
No. Not when you're doing it yourself. So
John, calm
Sorry.
down.
I am.
but it's
Is this
you know,
not still America,
there's-
people?
right.
Come on.
So it's just one of those things where I'm all about, by all means, smaller jobs
You
that
don't
you
sound
can
like
do.
it, I have to say.
You
I know you're saying you're all about it, but I'm not hearing it.
If you know how to change a garbage disposal, if you know how to change out your faucet, and you're handy to do that, or you know a handyman that can do it, and it's affordable for you.
Right.
On those smaller ticket items, a home warranty might not be what you're looking at, but it's those large ticket items, and you want them to be in compliance.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because if something were to happen, I mean, you're still dealing with either whether it's gas or electric. Things can start on fire.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah.
can,
Yeah. Bad things
And-
can happen.
and it
no
could-
I've been
doubt.
told that actually.
and you want to have that backup to know that if it wasn't done correctly, that you can blame someone else.